Hello and welcome back to another audio series. This is season 6, and we had an incredible time recording. I'm here with Michael and Spencer. This is the only time that you guys are going to see us doing intros. We jump right into the meat and potatoes of our content this season, but it was an incredible season. I'm going to fish it over to you first, Spencer.
Well, first off, it's nice to see Sam back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Michael and I recorded last season alone. The reason why
much more intimate.
Did it feel void without me?
it did a little bit. We in fact scheduled it and didn't even tell Sam.
That's right.
They're trying to cut me out.
He was having a busy time of year, and Miami is a long way from Idaho.
It is a long way from Idaho.
Thank you for coming out.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you for season 6. Let's get on to it. I mean, I'll just say AI is all over the place. This season we were talking deep about AI. The entire thing is on artificial intelligence and how it is affecting commercial real estate. And I just want to go to each one of you and just get a quick take on the state of the union, what you liked about this season, what people can look forward to before they go to the next episode here.
You want me to take this one first?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I mean, this is always great for me, just to get in a room with both of you and to go into a topic that like touches on me every day, and Spencer's really diving deep on it. So to sit in a room, what's it been, 3-4 hours of just us sitting here? Some of my favorite pieces to this entire season is really, we talked, one of the episodes we got really into the artistry around AI and like how you are supposed to re-engineer your time, or how you might want to re-engineer your time around that. So that was, amazing to kind of hear the practical use cases and strategies on how to ramp up and get into the space, some of which it's so nascent, and how we're here really on the forefront of just everything in this space and hearing some of the things you can do. And the words you're going to keep hearing in this series is tinker and becoming a tinker. And that to me is really what embraces, I think, the whole series. So that's really what I have come away from this episode hearing, and just like the opportunity that's in front of us. And so
building off of that, I kept thinking of that concept just in business, overall businesses, the first mover's advantage, right? There's a lot of doomsday out there. The first mover's effect right now, if you're doing the right things, and there's a great episode where we kind of jump into a 30-day challenge scenario, right? And Spencer outlines a great, thing you can do to go through and take those steps to be a first mover. Because timing is almost more important than anything when it comes to outcomes. The more opportunity there is depends on when you get into it.
Yeah.
And I think this entire season to me, I was like, oh, this is great.
All right, one more thing. There's, when we started this series, there was this conversation we navigated through multiple times of this feeling of uncertainty, to where I feel like ended in a cadence of optimism around this whole thing. And I feel like that's what a lot of listeners are going to get out of this. There's confusion, there's uncertainty. Like we are in I would call it paradigm shift.
It's optimism for the action takers.
Yes.
Well, that's where I was going with this. So, I start with, what's the word I'm looking for? Caution. So we shared a memo that Shopify's CEO published several months ago, where he had sent to everyone at Shopify and said, hey, we now have a baseline expectation that everyone in our organization is AI reflexive. Okay. In this season, we refer to it as AI native. But there's an expectation that everyone, before they do anything, first ask themselves, how can AI help? Before they hire, ask, could AI perform this role? I mean, if so, how? And that sentiment, and I get that Shopify's a tech firm and we're real estate and we're old school and things happen slower in our industry and all those sorts of things. But this mentality, in the same way that there's a baseline expectation that everyone knows how to use email, and there's a baseline expectation that everyone uses a personal computer, there will be a baseline expectation that everyone leverages AI to multiply their output. That will be a baseline expectation in our industry. And either you can wait around for someone to tell you what that means, or you can be an action taker.
Yeah.
And so the caution is to those who are like, I'll just wait around. The risk of waiting around is that you're seen as not needed. I don't know how else to say it, right?
Right.
And so either as a company, your investors look elsewhere, or as an employee, your employer looks elsewhere. I mean, that's the real risk. And so I'm sounding alarm a little bit. I don't mean to be quite so alarmist at the start, because most of this season actually is quite optimistic. But that baseline expectation is coming.
Yeah. And if you are getting into this season, you likely have questions like, is AI going to take my job? Right? Is it a threat to me? What is a threat if so? What do I need to do? What skills do I need to have? Where should I be looking for information? What should I be doing? There's all of these unspoken complexities, which we will address. I think we did a pretty decent job addressing these questions and these concepts throughout the season. So it's a really fun one.
And not to end on just like the which is real, like the concept of fear. It does go into the concept of tremendous opportunity. And even if you feel like you're at risk, there's avenues to take through the very thing that you feel threatened by is the very thing that will present to you some of the biggest opportunities of your life. And I think that's something that's
the exciting part, right? The flip side of all of that is there's never been a better opportunity. Yeah. For many people in the industry, there's never been a better opportunity to set themselves apart, to gain an edge over the incumbents who, right, they're so ingrained. It's like, and the incumbents might be people, the incumbents might be companies. They're so ingrained. Well, anytime you flip the board up and all the pieces come back down, they reorder. One of the episodes we talk about Kodak, who, all you laugh, it's or Kmart or any of these other, but Sears term once was called solid as Sears, right? I mean, who would have thought? And it's the same way we think about Amazon. Like, who could ever topple Amazon? Well, anytime you have one of these big shakeups, opportunity arises for those who want to jockey to the front.
Yeah. And at the risk of sounding cheesy, there's this African proverb that says, run to the roar, run to what you're afraid of, and go to it and face it, and you'll find out it's not as usually it's the oldest, weakest lion that's making the most noise, right? So there's something that you're afraid of, go head first into it. And that we don't mention that directly in this series, but there's a lot of sort of running into the roar and realizing, oh wow, it's not as scary as I thought. There's some opportunity here. And there's no blueprint or exact action plan as we lay it out, but the roadmap, the thinking, the frameworks for how to expand into this space, I think is laid out pretty well by Spencer in particular. So it's just exciting I can't wait for everybody to hear this series.
Yeah, it's a good one. Lean into the entire series. We cover a lot of ground, and we've got some exciting things coming to everybody, not only in the audio series, but beyond. So definitely pay attention to everything that's going on at Adventures in CRE. Thanks for watching the audio series, and head over to the next episode.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of the Adventures in CRE audio series. For show notes and additional resources, head over to www.adventuresincre.com/audio series.